getting the grill off this heavy duty cover panel. Sits right here. You got to pop those, break those little plastic holders off. There's 4 of them. There's one right there. I just cut them and replace them. I don't try to save them. And then there's 4 10mm bolts that hold the front of the grill from little brackets like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I want to put my battery tender right here. I'm going to have to cut this piece off right here and make me a little bit of room because it won't quite fit between here and this part right here. As far as these brackets down here go, I'm going to pop this other one off just so you can see how it comes off. And a little bit of a pain. I think Chrysler, part of their engineering is to make things hard for customers because it seems like everything, even some of their electrical connectors, you got to go to Chrysler school to freaking get them apart. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the screwdriver in from the grill, sliding it under that bracket. And if you're doing your own, you'll see what bracket this is. And so that just lifts up. It kind of tipped the top of the grill forward. And that's enough right there. And then I'm going to take my screwdriver and just pry out right there. That should do it. So let's just take this off so you can see what this looks, what these stupid little brackets look like. There it is. That little metal clip on the right side goes in this slot right there, and then the other part slides over the top of this and snaps over that into that hole. Okay, so I could mount it inside the cab. I could mount it other places. It'll be a little bit harder to mount inside the cab, although I think that would be better. Maybe less vibration, maybe more weather resistance. But I'm going to put it inside the grill here, and that way when I go to plug it in right here, I'm going to have the plug hanging out right here along with a block heater cord. I can just look inside the grill and see if the light comes on, because that'll tell me if it's charging or not. What I've done is cut off the face of this piece that looked like this, so it's flush with this part right here. Okay, so it's straight across right there. Now, then I drilled 3 holes, about 5/16, and then these are some fat zip ties, as you can see, 18 inches long, and they're pretty thick. I'm hoping these won't break on me in the cold weather that we have here. It's supposed to be -40 to 185. And yeah, whatever that means. Okay. All right. And then so the unit I wrapped in a old dirt bike inner tube, a rear inner tube for an 18-inch or 19-inch wheel. I don't remember which it was. Cut out a little window there for the lights to show. I'm probably just going to be using this in winter, so I'm not too worried about it dissipating heat. So this will pad it. It'll also give it a little bit of vibration resistance maybe while it sits against this right here, and that might be a problem. This might not last. This might, you know, the vibration of driving down a dirt road might be the end of this. So this might not be the best solution to mount it on the truck. What I'm trying to do is just be able to put a plug right here with, you know, a 3-way, plug in the block heater. Oh, I'll just have the batteries tended all the time in the winter, but I'll plug in the block heater if I'm going to start the truck into the same plug right there. So that's all I'm trying to do, is just make it so I don't have to take a piece of equipment off. I can just go and plug it right here, drive away, without having to lift the hood and disconnect anything, or take the battery tender and put it inside, which probably isn't going to be that big a deal. So if this doesn't last and this doesn't work, that's probably what I'll end up going to, is just taking the battery tender off to set it inside the cab. All right, so here's what it looks like. This is kind of a big unit, and maybe I should have tried to find a bit smaller one. Would have fit here better. So the extra cable, I ended up just using a 1-inch wire loom, wrapping the heck out of an electrical tape, bringing it down here, and of course the cord comes down here, right there. I just used 1/4-inch wire loom around it. I had to shave off a little bit of it just right here because of this, so it fit, but the grill smashed right up against it. So I ran 1/4-inch wire loom from here and just ran it around. Tried to keep it away from places that would chafe the wire. Ran it under behind here. If you know this Dodge, you know where I'm going here, and brought it around here to here. So let's just plug it in, and we have 12.56 volts right now. There we go. Okay. So it's already going up. Plugged in and already bringing the batteries up. Good deal. You can see it just barely contacting right there. May not be contacting at all, actually. No, I guess it's not contacting at all. It's a little hard to see, but so when I plug it in, I always like to check and make sure that the light comes on, just to make sure that it's actually charging and I have power to my cord. So I'll just look inside the grill here. Sorry, it's kind of toward the sun, but you can see the little gold light right there that says on. And there's a little green LED that'll pop up above it that'll turn green once it's fully charged. So that's good. I can look in there and I can see it, hopefully even in the day. And let's see where we're at now. Okay, 1336, that's way up from 12 point, whatever it was, 12.6 or whatever it was. Awesome. So, still working 3 years later, and it's keeping the batteries charged. There's the green light right there. So even in winter, you know, when it's minus 20, it still cranks really well. So I'm pretty happy. Would I do it again? Yeah.